60 Minutes
Yes.
show, which
Watching
I saw it as well. And
Oh, did you?
yeah,
Yes, it was interesting. It was a Sunday night just channel surfing and coming across 60 Minutes, and it caught our attention, and we thought we'd watch. And I looked at him jokingly and said, well, you know, what a fine specimen your brain would be, and just made a joke of it. But as we watched the show, and neither one of us had ever heard of CTE, and watching that, we were interested. And at the end of the show, the segment that they announced that they needed hockey players' brains, I just looked at Bob, and he said, absolutely. Didn't hesitate. And not knowing, of course, that 6 months later that I would be doing just that.
now at that point, had he been showing signs that you have now come to know are indicative of CTE?
Certainly at the time, I would have never thought of putting the two together. But now, of course, looking back, yes, definitely. You know, nothing major, but there were certain signs, yes. The short-term memory loss, the short fuse, definitely.
And you didn't actually make the arrangements until after he passed?
Yes, when I was planning his funeral, that was the one thing when I left the hospital. I believe it was later on that night, it's a bit of a blur, or the next morning that I had said to my aunt, make sure we get a hold of Boston. I knew it was Boston, and I didn't know who to get a hold of, that we made sure that I wanted to get a hold of the coroner to make sure that the brain was taken care of, that's where it was, to get to where it was supposed to go. And in the meantime, Chris Nowinski had notified someone here at the house, I'm not even sure, but I spoke to him later on that day, and he was wonderful and so helpful in facilitating that.